Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, I guess probably the way that we should start this video is by saying another one bites the dust. I think what we're seeing is the total collapse of left-wing cities. Maybe it's too soon or too early to tell. It's honestly a little bit hard to say whether this is a total collapse. Businesses simply cannot survive in places like Portland and San Francisco. It's not a coincidence. You look pretty much at any red state and more businesses are opening rather than closing. Big box retailers are opening new locations rather than literally getting the hell out of Dodge. But in places like Portland and places like San Francisco, the exact opposite is what we're seeing. It all started with Walgreens in San Francisco closing 17 locations and totally fleeing the area. And now it's Cracker Barrel that has decided to pull all of their locations to shut them down in the city of Portland. You can't make this stuff up. They're giving some lame excuse like not being able to recover from the pandemic, but we all know the real reason. And also totally unexpected. Surprise, surprise, surprise to absolutely no one. It's not just Cracker Barrel, we got another story as well. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so take a look at the first headline. Cracker Barrel is closing all Portland area restaurants. Here's the news report.
We saw several people stop by this location as well as the one in Tualatin earlier today, only to realize they're both now permanently closed. Cracker Barrel fans in the Portland area say there are many reasons why they love it. Some people say it reminds them of home.
We moved here from Georgia 5 years ago, and every time we traveled up and down on the East Coast or wherever, we planned to stop at a Cracker Barrel.
Some say it's the store with unique items that brings them in.
You could buy a gift for almost anybody for anything, It was just really, and I especially like their cards. They had a really good selection of cards, good funny ones.
And for others, they say it's all about the comfort food and hospitality.
I liked their food. I liked the way they treated you. I liked just about everything they served. So, and I liked some of the candy that they had too.
So many of these regular customers say they were shocked to find the restaurant's doors locked and these closed signs posted out front on Monday. Cracker Barrel confirmed it had permanently closed its restaurants in Beaverton, Tualatin, and Bend.
It's really sad and really surprising, actually.
Some people say they did notice some changes recently to the menu selection at a Portland area store.
In the last few months, they took off one after another of the menu items that people really liked.
In a statement, the company says it was unable to overcome the impact the pandemic had on the business, and people say they're sad to see Cracker Barrel shut down 3 more locations in Oregon.
So a spokesperson for Cracker Barrel has confirmed that these restaurants are permanently closing, all specifically within the Portland area. They're claiming probably for public relation reasons that they were just unable to overcome the impact of the pandemic, but I highly, and I mean highly, doubt that that's the case. And it doesn't really take too much investigating to come to that conclusion. There's only 2 Cracker Barrel locations that are closing, and they're both in the Portland area. Not in Oregon as a whole, but in Portland. The place where you'd expect the most economic activity and the most travel to be is where they happen to be closing. It's no coincidence. It has nothing to do with the pandemic. It's because Portland has become a third world country. I know we do this every time, but we just keep getting new and new clips. Here's the most recent clip of downtown Portland that I've found from April 7th, 2023. It actually looks like a damn zombie apocalypse. From my understanding, I may be wrong about this, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the most recent zombie TV series, The Last of Us, was filmed in Alberta, Canada. Well, they probably could have saved a whole lot of money just filming their scenes here. Actual frickin' zombies, and a background of graffiti and boarded up windows. Not to mention it's a frickin' ghost town. Places like downtown Portland and San Francisco have become total ghost towns. With the option to work remotely, nobody wants to go downtown and subject themselves to this. Nobody wants to commute to work to possibly be assaulted or, worst case scenario, murdered while taking public transportation. Nobody's interested in 5 different meth psychosis zombie encounters at 6-7 o'clock in the morning on their way to work. And so the option is to stay home. And you know what? That's kind of a sad thing. In the past, cities used to be beautiful places where you were filled with pride heading to work. You wanted to be there. People had pride being downtown, being an office worker, working in a bustling, vibrant environment. No longer is that the case. The only people who want to go to downtown Portland are literal crackhead criminal migrants. Here's a homeless man from the streets telling you exactly that.
Portland's like the number one place to come to if you're homeless or whatnot. It drew all the criminals up here. So many people come up here are criminals running from the law. And these people are not good, and they're coming up here is making Portland even the worst place. Just about everybody I've met. I've met people, I don't think I've met one person that did not steal from me, take advantage of me in a certain way. I'm in a wheelchair too. It makes me, it saddens me bad.
Well,
it really does.
How many people have you met out here that are from other communities?
Just about everybody. Just about everybody I've met up here are. And they have no respect for the city. They don't care about the city at all. Portland is wonderful. I love Portland. I'm there since like 95.
Portland is the number one place to go if you're homeless or running from the law. It's the number one place for homeless meth addicts, and the number 0 place for regular people, families, businesses, literally anyone who's not smoking meth for a living. The only thing that I'm asking myself is why Hunter Biden's businesses aren't located and registered in the city of Portland. It's merely an extension of the whole get woke, go broke phenomenon, with Portland and San Francisco being the epicenter. And of course, speaking on that, here's the second story from yesterday. Whole Foods supermarket in San Francisco closing just a year after opening due to soaring crime. A Whole Foods supermarket in San Francisco that opened just a year ago is already closing due to crime and public drug use in the area. The people who work at the store do not feel it's a safe work environment. When will people in the city say enough is enough? One of the largest supermarkets in downtown San Francisco, the Whole Foods market at 8th and Market Streets, intends to shut down on Monday just a little bit more than a year after the store opened. Company officials told The Standard, "We are closing our Trinity locations only for the time being," a Whole Foods spokesperson said in a statement. "If we feel that we can ensure the safety of our team members in the store, we will evaluate a reopening of our Trinity location." Remember not too long ago when Kevin O'Leary said that California and New York, places with liberal governments in general, have become uninvestable? Well, this is what he means. This is what happens when a company like Whole Foods invests in the San Francisco area. They open a store and then a year later they've pretty much already lost their investment. The business itself literally cannot operate. Again, the same trend because the employees don't feel safe. The actual law-abiding citizens who pay taxes, go to work, do everything right, simply cannot exist or don't feel safe to exist in the city. This is why Portland and San Francisco have become complete ghost towns. As far-left Democrat politicians prioritize literal drug addicts on the streets, literal fentanyl zombies, and criminal gangs, instead of the people who are actually contributing. It's a backwards clown world. It's made these states uninhabitable, uninvestable. And here's more evidence of that as now Cracker Barrel leaves and even Whole Foods is struggling to simply exist in San Francisco. Get woke and you go broke. Eventually, there's going to be nothing left. That's what I got for you guys though. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Of course, you know that we'd love to have you here at the Liberal Hive Mind. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.